Hi, welcome to another episode of Coffee Break with me. Today, I want to answer an important questions related to the preparation process of creating a marketing plan or any plan for that matter. Why do I want to talk about that? Because now is the beginning of Q2, the second quarter of the year. A lot of people are adjusting the marketing plan, so let's talk about it, how you can prepare to make that adjustment. Okay? And the one key things of doing that adjustment is getting feedback from your stakeholders. So the question is, how should you go about interview your internal stakeholders? And after this short interview, you'll understand and do how to conduct a productive interview with your stakeholders, how to develop a list of key questions to ask. Number three, how to establish a better working relationship with them. Okay. I created the ultimate list of questions that you can ask to start writing a comprehensive marketing plan. So if you are looking for examples of questions that can be incorporated as a part of interview, you can check out this specific video. Okay, the ultimate list of a question to start writing a comprehensive plan on my YouTube channel, right? Like I said, check it out. By the way, my coffee break is a series that's syndicated to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. If you miss any of my live stream like now, you can always go back and check out my past archive of recorded video on Pam Didner's YouTube channel. So just search for Pam Didner. You will find a lot of video I did in the past. And if you like the way I explain things, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment below. Love, love, love to hear from you. So let's come back to the question. So marketers, we are doers, and we love to get things done in a quick, cheap, and efficient way. And that's how we are wired. So when we need to create a plan, we tend to open up the PowerPoint and start writing and start drafting, right? However, that's okay. But a lot of time when you start doing that, you have a lot of thoughts. It's very hard to organize them. And also, you don't know what your stakeholders are thinking and what their expectations are. So you need to actually check with them. I recommend that you actually have an interview or a conversation with them on a regular basis. It can be every 3 months or it can be every 6 months, but have a conversation with them. And that whole process of interviewing them, getting their feedback before you adjust your plan is what I call planning for the plan. So if you think about it, the purpose of a marketing plan is to show how you work with others as a team to achieve your business goals. The plans also needs to be approved by your management. Therefore, it's not only to showcase your own recommendation, it's also necessary to address your stakeholders and management's questions and concerns as a part of your plan at the same time. So it's not just like your recommendation that you presented. You need to add their feedback, their expectation as a part of it. And if you are not doing some of their recommendations, you have to explain why to them so they understand. Therefore, it's imperative to get their feedback. By doing that, you will minimize confusion, okay? And also minimize any kind of rat holes before you present your plans to them. Because a lot of time, if you don't know what to expect and during your presentation, they will say, what about this? What about that? But if you know that in advance, boom, you can address that questions and minimize any kind of questions they have during the meeting. So here are 3 tips to prepare the interview. Number 1, you have to determine interview formats. Number 2, do your homework. Number 3, create relevant interview questions. Only 3 things is kind of like ability that you can take control the interview. Does that make sense? If you determine the interview formats, if you do your homework and you create relevant questions, you are controlling the meeting and your conversation with them. Number 1, determine the interview format. With the interview formats, it's best to conduct the interview face-to-face And for example, buy your stakeholders a cup of coffee or lunch as incentive. Get together with them. Right? If face-to-face is not possible, host a virtual meeting. Make sure to turn on your video so they can see your face. And hopefully you will be able to see them as well. But be aware some people may prefer just, off camera type of chat. And don't forget to record the session with their permission, of course, so that you can go back and listen to their feedback if necessary. Number 2, do your homework to understand your stakeholders. What do they do? How do they work with us? What is our relationship with them? Well, how does this group stand in the relationship with the overall company organizational structure? For example, if they are a sales organization or are they part of the, say, product team, right? And are they happy with your support? Do the top management teams of the two groups, do they play well together? Are there any unresolved conflicts or issues that you are aware have been going on for a while? Also, are there any kind of political landmines that you need to know? Like there are certain things you probably should not mention to them. What are some of the political do's and don'ts, right? So if you have been with the company for a long time, you are probably aware some of the stuff I'm talking about and also the overall relationship between, say, your team and your stakeholders. But if you are new, talk to your team members just to get the gist of the working relationship before reaching out to your stakeholders. You don't want to go there not knowing the back histories and the story. And on top of it, you don't want to sound ignorant in front of your stakeholders. So make sure you understand the history and the background before you have in-depth conversation with them. You don't want them to educate you. You want them to getting that information in advance so you save them time. Next, prepare a list of a question in advance. Again, this is a way to take control of the interview. And one of the best way to do that is creating a list of a question that you can ask. And asking the right question is the best way to gather intelligence and information so you can create or modify your plan as you see fit. So what kind of questions should you ask your internal stakeholders? And here are 6 main questions as a starting point, and there are more. What are their challenges and concerns, right? Every single organization, every single group tend to have some challenges they have to encounter. What are they? And also, what are some of the main focus for the upcoming years? Are there any goals and the business objectives that they need to accomplish? Number 3, what's the feedback regarding campaigns, results, and services and support provided by your team? Right. So if you are running campaigns for the product team or the sales team, such as account-based marketing, or you are providing services to them, what are they? And of course, are they happy with it? And most important thing is if you are doing a service level type of a work, are they happy about it? On top of it, can you improve? And they probably can give you some ideas in terms of what you can do better. And you can always end your interview with what can you do to help, right? Whenever my clients ask that specific question, they are always like concerned. They will get a laundry list of tactics or requests from their stakeholders. Yeah, there's a chance they will give you a laundry list. That doesn't mean you have to do every single one of them. You don't, right? Because they understand you have a finite resource and the budget. You need to prioritize what needs to be done. And that prioritization is a great topic or a slide that can be injected into your overall marketing plan. So tailor your questions on whom you talk to. That's another tips. If you interview a finance person, and you should bring a budget related and actual expense related type of questions to the interview if you care to understand how the money is spent. If you interview a product teams, I would strongly discuss the persona, the messaging, the product features, and the roadmap as a part of interview, because you have to incorporate that as a part of marketing plan, especially when it's related to product launches. When you ask about their challenges and concerns, some stakeholders, like I said, might give you a laundry list of things that you don't have to do every single one of them. There's no need to solve the world hunger. And it's very important to end your interview with a good note. And that good note can be, like I said earlier, what can you do to help? Or you can reinforce some of the key points that has been discussed and also share with them in terms of what the next steps are, right? So this type of gesture in terms of closing show not only you listen, but you are also willing to take action to address their needs. All right, so that's how I answer today's question. I hope you enjoyed today's coffee break. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and join me next time for another new topic. Take care. Bye bye.